Welcome everyone, this is Master's Joke, also Master's Joke 75 on Instagram. So I'm in a real Ahsoka mood today. I've got to be honest, I'm really enjoying the Ahsoka series. I think it's amazing. I mean, I love it all. I love all the Star Wars Disney Plus series, including the Book of Boba Fett. I know, like, there's people who hated it, but I love it all. At the end of the day, it's brand new Star Wars. You know, flick of a button. It's on your telly. So I really enjoyed episode 5. Full of nostalgia. I knew that Anakin would be in it at some point because I think at Star Wars Celebration, people had asked Hayden, or they kind of asked him trick questions about him appearing in the Ahsoka series. So it was no surprise. It was just, when is he going to appear? And I wasn't disappointed at all. I mean, it was a trip down memory lane. I loved the prequels, and I also love Star Wars Rebels. I've not seen all of the Clone Wars, but I absolutely loved Star Wars Rebels. So seeing Anakin again, seeing live action, seeing Clone Troopers Phase 1, Captain Rex, and a young Ahsoka. Honestly, it blew me away. It was brilliant. Even the de-aging on Hayden was, honestly, it was really, really good, because I only watched the Indiana Jones 5 movie. What was it, like about 2 weeks ago? I got to say, it was the Harrison Ford de-aging. It was all right in some scenes, but it was just too much. It just went on, and I saw through it. It wasn't brilliant, but I thought the film was okay. But the special effects on the de-aging process weren't great. But yeah, the episode 5 of Ahsoka was just spot on. But what did it for me was the world between worlds. So I quite like the sequels. I really enjoyed The Force Awakens. Last Jedi wasn't great, very disappointing. The Rise of Skywalker didn't make any sense, but I loved it because it was full of nostalgia. Right, the Space Forces was a bit much, but full of nostalgia. Sith Troopers, it was just mad. So I do like the sequel trilogy. I know it's got a lot of haters, but I think over time people will look back on it a bit differently, similar to the prequels. But seeing the world between worlds, that's what I wanted to see, because there's going to be a new Rey Skywalker film, and I've said this before, but there's this theory that Ahsoka, when she was saved from the fight with Darth Vader by Ezra, and she was pulled into the world between worlds, the theory is it's just a theory, but the theory is that she should have died, and she was saved because her voice is heard in, is it The Force Awakens, when Rey Skywalker, I can't remember, she opens up the box and Anakin or Luke's blue lightsaber is in there, and you can hear Jedi's voices, and one of them was Ahsoka's as well. So she must have been dead for her Force go. I mean, she might die. She might die before the movie, but she was a Force ghost in the Force Awakens. So I'm hoping that with Ezra pulling her out, it's kind of changed. It's like a different kind of timeline, because a lot of people, they don't want time travel and different worlds and things like that in Star Wars, and I can understand why. But I want to see it. So I'm sort of hoping that Ezra pulling Ahsoka out from the battle with Darth Vader has kind of changed the future a little bit, and we might get an alternative timeline with. And what I'd like to see, because I really like Rey Skywalker, but I'd like to see Rey as Dark Rey with the Emperor as her grandfather. Controlling the galaxy. I think that would be good. And I know there'll be a lot of people disagreeing with me on that, but so yeah, all positive with the World Between Worlds, and also, was it a dream? But the fact that Jason, Kanan's son, with his Jedi powers, he could hear the lightsaber duel between Anakin and Ahsoka. That tells me it did happen. So the World Between Worlds, whether Anakin is a Force ghost, helping her, because he turned good at the end of Return of the Jedi, and also she knows his son Luke. So it's great. I think it's brilliant. I'm really, really excited for the rest of the season. And also, don't forget, this is a build-up. You're not going to get answers straight away, and this is a build-up for the final movie, which Dave Filoni's working on, which will include like the Book of Boba Fett and the Mandalorian. And I forgot there was Mandalorians. They were on Mandalore. There was Mandalorians in it as well. Darth Maul's horned Mandalorians. So yeah, honestly, it blew me away. Which is again why I'm in a like an Ahsoka mood today. I mean, I better get on and open it up. But yeah, it was really good. There's been a lot of negativity, which I think is a bit unjustified. I mean, I was watching. I'm not going to mention them, but it was a recommendation to me. I was watching those, the guys who are full of it, them ones, and I put it on, and all they did was moan for like 2 minutes, and then they put an advert about their new digital comic. I mean, the ones who go into Ollie's and say how Star Wars is dead, and that kind of thing. And I don't know. There is a lot of negativity, but I sort of think that some people just do it for the views, if I'm honest. But yeah, loads of nostalgia. I loved. It was great seeing the Phase 1 clone troopers, Captain Rex, and also a young Ahsoka. Now I've also heard. The young Ahsoka, she was brilliant, really, really good. She worked so well with Anakin, but there's been other people moaning like, oh, they've missed the trick. They should have got Ashley to voice the young actress, and in an ideal world that would be great, but it would have looked wrong. It wouldn't have worked. It was fine. They didn't need to. I mean, if you're going to say, oh, get Ashley to voice the young Ahsoka, why not get Ashley to voice the current Ahsoka? You wouldn't do it because it would just be ridiculous. Ashley's great. She is fantastic, but I think they did the right thing, letting the young actress have a speaking part, and she was brilliant. She was really, really good, and I really can't wait for the next one. And even there's been people having a laugh about the space, the space hyperspace whales. We've I don't know. I mean, I suppose it's not mentioned much in the original trilogy about how hyperspace works, but it's all to do with these space whales where they leave holes where they travel, and that's why they have to kind of they need to do they need to calculate the trajectory to get to their destination because of to find the correct hole to get to the right destination. So I can understand a lot of people not understanding that, but it's all part of the Star Wars universe, and I thought it was great that they hid inside the mouth of the space whale. Well, I've got no issues with that. We've seen the Millennium Falcon in the mouth of a creature before in Empire Strikes Back. So no, it's got a lot of haters this episode, but I thought it was great. I'd give it 10 out of 10. And I can't wait for the next episode. But let's get back. Oh, and also I wanted to say that I noticed that Ahsoka was, since she met up with Anakin in the World Between Worlds, and it's almost like she'd come to terms with her past, and as she says it, abandoning Anakin, you know, before he became Darth Vader. She was now wearing more kind of lighter clothes, like almost like white. And I thought that was an important aspect of her, of the way she was feeling and her kind of mood change. So no, honestly, it's I loved it. I absolutely loved it. But let's get back to this Ahsoka figure. So yeah, so I picked it up in Forbidden Planet, like $6.99. I think it's a great figure. I love the retro collection. I love the retro sabers as well, the lightsabers. And I love, you know, it's sad about the flimsy card. Hopefully Hasbro will improve that as time goes on, because you've got a new Ahsoka retro collection coming out. That's next year, and you've still got the Book of Boba Fett. I was told it would be any time now, but I want to order. I just want to pre-order my my Book of Boba Fett, and of course I've still got my my Star Wars box set from Hasbro Pulse, which is due any time now, with the vac metalized C-3PO and R2-D2. I can't wait for that, and also my Wave 2 of Return of the Jedi. So you know, as I mentioned before, I've had to take a step back from the vintage collection and the Black Series because of costs and things like that. But the retro collection, I absolutely love it. So let's get this open. There's only one way to open these. It's you got to open it like it's Christmas 1984. It seems like ages since I've opened up a retro collection figure. So get her out of the packet. So there we go. Let's get her into focus. Yeah, I think that's a really decent figure. I love the retro collection. I mean, it doesn't look anything like Ahsoka in relation to face sculpt, but it's because it's a retro collection. It's a really nice looking figure. Lovely paint applications. I love the silver on her arms, on her gauntlets, and also the front of her boots. Really nice. Yeah, that is a really nice figure. I'm really happy with that. And she'll go with my my other retro collection figures. Really nice figure. You know, I'm not gonna waste my time or your time going through the articulation. But these figures are sweet. I love them. I absolutely love them. So let's just have a look at her lightsabers. Right, so it comes with two lightsabers, both different sizes, and they've got the old school. I don't know if you can see that, the old school hilts that the old figures used to have, with the little grips on there. So yeah, I think that's great. I'm really happy with these. So let's just set her up. It's such an awesome figure. I really like it. I give it 10 out of 10. I mean, there's not a lot you can say in relation to articulation or face sculpt. It's very basic, but it's what I like. I think it's great. I think they've done a really good job. But with this World Between Worlds in the current Ahsoka series, and these well, I don't even think you'd call them flashbacks, because it seems like it did happen. Ahsoka was interacting with Anakin, who I think was a Force ghost because of what happened in Return of the Jedi. So with that interaction, and also Ahsoka's involvement with Luke, I mean, obviously we're still waiting to find you know, the Grand Admiral. We're still waiting to see him. But I've got an idea that Darth Maul is going to play a part in this as well, because of the you know, because of the fact that, what's her name? Is it Elizabeth? Not Elizabeth, but you know the one. She's a witch. So I don't know. I know I know that Darth Maul, he died. He died twice now. But I've just got a feeling that Darth Maul is going to be in the finale of Series 1. I don't know why, I just got this feeling, because I'm a big fan of Darth Maul and I'm a big fan of the prequels. But with the, you know, is Luke Skywalker going to be in it again, in the Ahsoka series? And what does this mean for the Retro Collection? Does it mean that we're going to get... I'm trying to stand him up. Does it mean that with the flashbacks or whatever happened between Ahsoka and Anakin in the latest episode, are we going to see retro collections for Captain Rex? Are we going to see the retro collection for trying to think who else? I mean we already know that we're getting Darth Maul in the episode 1 retro collection, which is coming up next year, I think. But yeah, I mean, having like Phase 1 clone troopers and Captain Rex, an Anakin Skywalker retro collection figure for, you know, as he was in like Revenge of the Sith and the Clone Wars. Honestly, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. But anyway, I'm getting excited again, and I'm getting too excited. Can't wait for the next episode. Just disappointed by the haters out there, just not giving it a chance. And if you don't like it, just don't watch it. But anyway, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. It lets me know you care, and it also helps the channel. And I'll see you in the next one.